Hi, good morning, or afternoon, or evening. I'm going to introduce you to a skill called five breaths. Um, it is a technique used to reduce stress response. Very distracting. I'm having to look at myself here, so I apologize. Um, Pretend with me that this cup is you, and the water in the cup is the amount of stress that you wake up to every day. So if you wake up and your stress level is up here, it means that any obstacle that you face or predict facing, any problem that you interface with, any uh, surprise uh, that is different from what you expect in the days is going to create problem solving, and that's going to be stressful. So if you wake up here, then as you encounter things, your stress level goes up. And if you can see this one line here, let's say that this is where you start to experience a difficult to tolerate anxiety or fear response. And then, of course, the top of the cup, you're overflowing. And so, what we want to do is we want to, in the beginning of um, therapy, is to create a contrast or an alternate experience for you. So, five breaths is essentially a cheat inside of your body. When you do this exercise, your brain, which is functioning at a state of stress, which it believes it needs to survive and function in this world, um, is often a high level of anxiety. And so, what the five breaths does is it forces your brain to acknowledge that there is no immediate threat. And then, um, based on the law of conservation of energy, it's a biological being. Your brain then lowers the amount of arousal or effort that it is using to create safety. And so you relax by doing the five breaths experience four times a day: breakfast, lunch, dinner, and before bed. What that means is that four times a day you are pouring out the water in your cup. And so you are getting to experience a difference um, inside of yourself than you are used to seeing. And over about 10 days of doing five breaths four times a day, you will eventually start waking up at a more and more easy place. And for your therapy, it means that you have this extra room for you to experience stress um, before you have a response, and that's it. So, five breaths is a cheat that and a skill that I'm going to show you now. So, imagine with me that you are walking through the woods and there is no fear, there is no stress, and you are paying attention to the sights and sounds, the hum of insects, the dapple of light on the forest floor, the sound of grasses being blown, the scents of flowers and moisture, and you're just sort of taking it all in. And then imagine with me a Tyrannosaurus Rex comes lumbering through the forest, and now your brain does something entirely different. It narrows your focus and begins looking for an exit. It stops paying attention to the colored things or textures or sound. It attends to your survivability. It drives blood away from the internal organs and the sex organs and shoots it out to the limbs and the muscles. It changes your breathing. It increases your blood pressure, all of this to help you to run away. The hard part is that often there is no Tyrannosaurus Rex, and it's very difficult to get the mind to consider a reality which it is already responding to, whether that reality is immediate or it's imagined in the future based on past experience, etc. And so this technique essentially forces the brain to acknowledge there's no Tyrannosaurus Rex, and then accurately your body reduces your stress response. In general, doing this technique, people experience at least a 10 to 15% change in their anxiety. So the first step is to ask yourself out of 10 how anxious you feel so that you can have a before and after. Um, and once you have that done, then to do the 5 breaths. So I will demonstrate the breaths for you right now. It's very simple. It's a deep breath in, all chest. Then you hold that breath. Then you push out your abdomen, not like you're making abdominal muscles, but like you're making a singer's belly, or like you've just eaten a massive amount of pasta. You make your belly as big as you can. Then you hold your belly out there, and then you look for, and this is going to make you laugh, but you look for the poo feeling. So restrain your laughter for a moment. You want to kind of imagine the place inside of your body where you get behind a stool, but don't push. Just be aware of that place. And then you're going to slowly exhale through pursed lips, creating positive pressure in the head where your lips are literally holding back the air. And at the end of the exercise, you're going to feel a little bit lightheaded. And then you're going to breathe normally for about 20 seconds. And then you're going to do the breath work again. You're going to do it 5 times in total. And it takes about 35 or 40 seconds. Okay, so I'll demonstrate now. It's deep breath in, all chest. Holding my breath, I now am going to push out my belly. Make my belly nice and round. Then I'm going to find the poo feeling. Have your chuckle, find it, and then slowly exhale through pursed lips. You feel a little lightheaded, that's normal. And then wait about 20 seconds. Look at the floorboards. Take a look around the room. Is it going to rain today? And then we do it again. And we're going to do it 5 times in total. Do it with me. Deep breath in, all chest. Hold it. Push out your belly, nice and round. Nice round belly. Find that poo feeling. Slowly exhale through pursed lips. Feel a little lightheaded? Remember, it helps if you make sound with your mouth. Okay? At the end of the 5 breaths, ask yourself out of 10 how anxious you feel. And likely you will be shocked about the difference. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to practice this breakfast, lunch, dinner, before bed. Put it in your phone. I don't want you to remember it. Do the 5 breaths 4 times a day.